Good morning. My name is Yancy Perez Castillo, and today I will present my final project titled International Business Negotiations ADX Global Strategics. In this work, I developed a complete negotiations strategies to guide the Mexican company ADX as it seeks to explain internationally through the commercial partnership with a foreign distributor. What I discovered while working on this project is that international negotiation is never just about prices, logistics, or product specifications. Instead, is profoundly influenced by culture environment in which communication occurs. Culture shapes expectations, hierarchy, timing, and even the meaning begin silence. That is why my objective was to design a negotiations plan that is technically accurate but also culturally intelligent. In this introductory stage, I analyze ADX, a Mexican manufacturer of high quality professional 10 ounces leather boxing gloves. As the company works to either a foreign market, I realized that success depends on adapting to culture difference rather than assumes that one's negotiation style fits all. This project pushed me to reflect on the idea that the international business works like a mirror. Each country forces you to see your company from different angle and adjust your strategies without losing your identity. The tension between adaptation and authenticity become the guiding idea throughout my analysis. Yes, on this slide, I explain why culture, intelligence, and competitive advantage entering another country's business environment without understanding its culture rules and almost like stepping into a boxing ring blindfold. You may be strong, but sooner or later a hit you didn't see coming will land. For this reason, culture intelligence became my compass for evaluating risk, anticipating misunderstanding things, and creating more specific negotiation strategies. Here I present the product ADX Professionals 10 ounces leather boxing gloves, classified under tariff code 4203210100. These classifications allowed me to examine regulatory implications in possible destinations. I consider three markets: 1. United States, 2. South Korea, and 3. Canada. I decide not to choose the United States even though it's a large market because of its high tariff, strict import requirements, and market saturation. This left two strong options: South Korea and Canada, both often attractive opportunities, but each one requires a different negotiation approach aligned with its culture expectations. In this comparison, South Korea stands out for its high import volumes and strong demand in this sport industry. However, its business culture is highly hierarchical, formal, and relationships oriented. Building trust takes time and negotiations tend to be slow and indirect. Canada, by contrast, often more accessible regulatory environment, logistical advantages, and a communication styles based on clarity, transparency, and directness. My observation here is that I choosing a market is not only about economic size, it's also about in line with a culture where the companies can negotiate efficiently. In simple terms, Korea often volumes, while Canada offers simplicity and smoother entering conditions. In this section, I expand on cultural dimensions using Houston's framework. Canada shows low power distance, high individualism, modern uncertainty, avoidance, and direct communication style. South Korea shows high power distance, collectivism, high uncertainty, avoidance, and high context indirect communication style. This analysis um, made it clear that entering the Korean market would require a much deeper adaptation progress. Meanwhile, Canada provides an environment where ADX can communicate more naturally and operate with few, fewer cultural barriers. From a more reflective angle, this difference reminds me but negotiation is also psychological exercise. Each culture negotiations according in its own worldview. Some prioritize efficiency and others prioritize harmony. Here I explain why I select Canada as the target and how I design the negotiation strategies. My approach includes the first, using clear structures and transparent communications. The second, providing all documentations in a organized, punctual manner. Third, encouraging open dialogue, which is appreciated in Canada business culture, bringing the next direct negotiations team formed by a lead negotiator and logistic coordinator, and the technical specialistic. Canada communication style and business norms allowed ATX to enter the market more specific and focused on demonstrating that quality of the gloves rather than navigating complex hierarchical protocols. In this final stage, I outline the key elements that shapes the agreement. Flexible order qualities at the beginning, introductory pricing, joint marketing initiatives to increase its brand visibility. Deal breakers, um, I, I think creating exclusivity without guarantee sales commitments. Any attempts to pressure ADX to reduce product quality and failure to complete without payment terms risks migratory straits include details, contractuals, clear the leave and payment conditions, do it relies on a distributor and alternative logics provenance. From my perspective, risk in international business cannot be eliminated, but can be domesticated and managed, and would structure contract and constant communication functions as protective layers that keep the partnership stable.